Good evening, guys. As promised, I said I'd do a bit of analysis for Bitcoin. It's been a bit of a bad day across the board for cryptocurrencies, if not all of them. But one of the bigger ones that people like to talk about is Bitcoin. Now, I'm not actually invested in this myself, but it is a market that I watch closely because our Discord channel is probably the cryptocurrency group is probably the busiest channel out of them all. As you can see here, this is our Discord group. We've got indices, forex, commodities, cryptos, and stonks and shares, as Patrick calls them. But yeah, I put this post out. This was 3 days ago. Just could see that Bitcoin was ready to take a tumble. Now, there's been a lot of news about Bitcoin recently. Um, and I've seen people buying in at the wrong prices. So I just really wanted to bring you this analysis and share my thoughts and why I saw it dropping. Now, obviously, it never means it's going to drop. I know I put that out there, but I could just see from the structure of the market that it was going to happen. You can probably see on it from this chart in front of you that my reasons behind that. But I'm going to talk you through this move from the beginning, really. So we can come down to here, down to the 13,000 area, and there was obviously a lot of action down here, buying and selling. But it turns out the buyers won. And there was a huge amount of volume, which pushed this price higher. And again, we got into this area here, so the 20,000 mark was a huge psychological level at the time, and it was always going to take a big power candle, just like we had here, big power candle to break above if it was going to move higher. Now that's exactly what we got, and the bull run started from down at this 12,000, and we've seen it go up to just touching the 65,000 area. But what am I seeing from this market from here? So I'm seeing a nice healthy move all the way up here to the 40,000. Again, a huge psychological level. It's a number where people will take profits or have orders set or stop losses, etc. All of those round numbers. That's what we tend to see around them. So we've seen a good healthy move up with not really much resistance at all until we had this pullback here. So this could be people taking profits here, and we could have some sellers stepping into the market. Now we can see over here there is volume around this level. Let's just pop on a fixed range one, and we'll just measure it from here to here. So we can see here that most of the volume was around this level. Which turns out to be buying power. And you can see again what has to happen is you have to see these strong moves, just like we did out of this 20,000. We saw this strong move out of the 40,000 to break it, which means then we can place buys off of these levels. So again, we've seen a nice healthy move up and a retracement, a bigger retracement I'd say this time compared to the move. The first retracement was fairly small. This one's a little bit bigger. And this is the area now where we're starting to hear about Bitcoin in the news. We're getting adverts pop up over social media. You're seeing probably a lot of Instagram influencers, etc., sharing Bitcoin and how much they're making when they're not. So you're starting to see it in daily life. Through everything you do, you're starting to see Bitcoin and how much money it can make you. So by this time, if you're seeing that, that's the time probably that you want to be getting out of your positions if you bought in early. If you're hearing about that and you've not got a position, now is not the time to take on a position in the market. You could always have one initial go. And that's it. So let me show you why you could have one initial go. So we've seen this pullback here, and we've seen another pullback here. Not massive, and we've seen a recovery. So you could potentially put in a buy order here. But when you get to here, and it turns around with these deep red candles, you've not actually broken this level by much, okay? Because you're getting to the 60,000. Again, psychological level. People take profits. And we're getting pretty high now compared to where we were kind of early year, end of last year. So we've had this move up and we've had a pullback, which is probably 50%. We've then had a move again higher, but we've only just broken this high. So we're seeing a massive strain here now for buyers. We're really struggling. There's not a lot of momentum, and once your buyers drop out, they drop out fast. And I've drawn on here this rounding top because you can. It's a rough drawing. I don't draw this for my trading, but it's just to point out to you guys that this is a turnaround in the market. So once we've got to this level, we've broken this one by not a lot, and this is what I'm saying. We've dropped down now. We've made a new low. So from here to here, so we're already seeing a change in the market structure. We've then come up and we've created a lower high, and we've dropped back down to this level. So when I actually put that message out, we were sitting around this level, and I could tell that there was going to be a change and we were going to have a drop because we've got a lower high and we've got a lower low. So there were probably people around this level thinking, well, it's going to go higher from this level, because that's how people think. People think, well, it's come off this level, so it's going to go higher again. But when you're actually looking at the structure and you're seeing these big moves down and these aggressive sells, you know from experience that there's going to be a change, because markets, they don't just keep going higher, they move in waves. Okay, so they go higher, they go lower, they higher, lower, and then they can go higher, etc. So for this market now, we were sitting at this level, and you could see by the candles, the green indecision candles here, that the buyers were now thinking, do we have much chance? You can see these two candles here, so there wasn't much going on here. So from here last time we had this big green candle, we had a big green candle, we had a big green candle. This time we didn't get that, so we actually dropped, and we've dropped through this level here, which is really important for volume. So now we've changed this market totally. We've changed into a selling market to this point. Okay, so from here it is from this point here, it is now a selling market because of the structure that we have. I knew once we broke this level here, there wasn't anything in the way. This was a space with not a lot of money, not a lot of orders. It was a space where we were pretty much, like we did here, we were going to move through. And that is precisely what we've done. We've just moved through and we've gone to the next volume area, because we saw buy-in, don't forget, over here. So it is now these guys here that will be defending their positions. They'll be defending this. They're going to want it to push higher. But the problem is we've accelerated this downward movement because all of these guys up here that got in too late have either got stop losses here that become sells when they're hit, or they've exited their buy position, so they've sold the market as well. So not only do you have sellers selling from the top, you've got stop losses getting hit, and you've got guys selling because they're panicking. So that's why you saw that massive move down today before bouncing back up. So let's have a little look on a lower time frame of and see what's been going on here. Right, so forget for a minute that this is a cryptocurrency that's going to make you a millionaire, and just look at the market as it is. Okay. Again, you can see that flattening out, and we've seen a drop through here. We've broke this support level, we've come back up, we've tested near it, but the move was pretty steep that we didn't get quite back to that area before the sellers stepped in again. And we can see how strong this selling market has been. So where do we go from here? Well, you can see here this was sold real hard here. This candle here was mainly the panic. People exiting their position. So once that happened, the market responded. But don't for 1 minute think that this market is now a buy just because you've seen this kind of not a rejection as such. This is just the market playing out where people have exited their positions, and we've got a few buyers step back in, and sellers have kind of they're out of the game at the moment. but don't think that this is now a buyer's market, because pull it out to the higher time frame and you can see how hard that's falling. Now, for that to have been a rejection candle, you want that to be finishing up at kind of 48 in the green. Yeah, that doesn't finish there. It's still down here. So until now we see, let me draw on. So we got this level here. This is our high and our low. So until we get a high here, for instance, and a new higher low, so we need to come up to here and then break that high. We then have a change in market structure. But until that happens, this is a seller's market. Let me just clear off these drawings quick. I don't want to take off my zones actually. I want to keep them on there. So let me just clear up this. So what could happen now then? So, okay, we've got this area here, which it turns out on the higher time frame, it's not actually, it's not got a lot of volume in it, because we can see down here there's a lot more volume involved. So where could we go from here? There's two options. This is my personal view. We can from here go back to here. I don't think we will just yet. We can go back to here, around here, and then drop. Okay, I personally think the way that this market's set up right now, and not a lot of people are like this, and I don't want them to make a trading decision on this, but I think that we are going to see another couple of red candles down. I'm not sure at what level we're going to respond to and head back up, but this is just my view. I think we do that. I think we could come up here and back down, or we could consolidate. I don't think we're going to just go like that. I think there's a very, very, very small chance of that happening. If anything, it would consolidate like this, test this area through here, and then up. Okay, more than likely though, I think we're going to see a drop a little bit lower. If I'm honest, I don't think the reaction to this red candle has been strong enough. And looking at, get that off my chart. Okay, sorry. Looking at these red candles here, there's nothing that would make me buy this market at all. Let's come down to the 4 hour and we can see actually what's going on. So we've got these green buying candles, and if we look at these green buying candles, none of them really, if any, are bigger than the sellers. The sellers are fully in control. Again, you can see that reaction there, but for me, this doesn't stop a big enough. This cannot soak up this move and spring back from here. I think we've got more to come. I think we're going to come down and test at least here again. So keep an eye on it. I know it's probably not the analysis that a lot of people will want, because for some reason there's this theory that cryptocurrencies will make you rich. I know a few people have become rich from it, but there's also a lot of people that have been rich from gold, and you're not just going to go buy gold. People have become rich from oil, but you're not just going to go and buy oil. Just start to treat it as a market, as it is. I keep hearing people saying, well, you've got institutional traders, etc. in now. Great, that's fine, but institutional traders don't want to be buying in at 60,000. Okay, if they're about, they want to be buying in back down to the 24s. Yeah, shake everyone out of the market, get them all selling, and buy from them, and push that price back up, and then repeat the process. And it's exactly what Elon Musk does. He just manipulates the market to make money, and that's what institutional traders are doing as well. They're just manipulating price to take money out of the market. I think it was Warren Buffett. So it's transferring from the poor to the rich, I believe. I can't remember, don't quote me on that. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the analysis. If you've got any questions, then feel free to ask in the Discord group. If you want to join the Discord group, if you're seeing this on Instagram, then just there is a link on my profile as well. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.